What's going on, family? Welcome back. My name is SwipaCam. Welcome back to another episode. If you have not yet subscribed and you are a Denver Nuggets and Denver Broncos fan, this is the place to be. This is your home. So please hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to grow this community together. All right, so the Denver Nuggets, they just finished playing the Houston Rockets 124-111. It was a good win. The Nuggets were up in the fourth quarter, up to 25 points at one point. They dominated really in the second half. Again, the Houston Rockets were missing people like John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and four other players, I believe. So, they weren't fully healthy because of COVID restrictions. But nonetheless, the Denver Nuggets showed up. They did what they needed to do. They're still missing JaMychal Green. They're still missing Greg Winnington. So it's going to be really great to have that link back. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I know that y'all want to talk about the same thing that I want to talk about. So let me just go ahead and just say and put it out there. I've been saying the last couple of videos. I've been saying this whenever people will listen for years now, that Nikola Jokic is a problem. He is a top 10 player, again, in my estimation, a top 7 player. But right now, Nikola Jokic may be playing the best of anyone in basketball right now. Considering the circumstances, he might be playing the best of anybody in basketball. Tonight, without trying, sleepwalking, Nikola Jokic put up 19 points on 8 of 11 shooting, which is 72% from the field. Okay, that's something, right? And then he also put up 12 rebounds. Now, you expect that from Nikola Jokic, right? 18 assists, a career high, 18 assists. 18 assists. Y'all, he's putting together something crazy right now. He's putting together something special right now. Yo, so last game, I want to say he had 10 assists. The game before, he had 15 assists. So that's 25. And so plus that, you add to 18, that's 43 assists. And I believe the broadcast said it, that 43 assists, that's the most in the first 3 games of the season since Rajon Rondo did it years ago, who was a pure point guard who doesn't shoot, who doesn't score. All he was doing was passing. But Nikola Jokic is doing that. He's doing that while averaging over 24, 25 points a game. Averaging over 12 rebounds a game. Nikola Jokic is putting on a show, and the NBA is on notice that if you play the Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter's developing. Jamal Murray is coming into his own. He's continuing to emerge as a star, learning how to play game in, game out at the same pace. But Nikola Jokic, top 10 player. Nikola Jokic, top 3 player right now. Nikola Jokic, putting your team on notice. Take you down to the paint. 3-point line, mid-range, diamond. You can't stop him. There's nothing you can do. If the Nuggets players are moving, if Gary Harris is hitting threes, which he played well tonight, all things considered, what we've been seeing from Gary Harris, I'll take it. Gary Harris had 14 points tonight. 14 points from Gary Harris tonight. And Gary Harris was 2 of 6 from 3-point line. I'll take it. Spread the floor. Gary Harris was cutting, he was moving. 14 points. If we can get 14 points a game from Gary Harris during this season, he can shoot upwards of 35% from 3, the Nuggets offense is going to be unstoppable because that's all we need from Gary. Again, Michael Porter Jr., he put up, what did Michael Porter? He did 14 points tonight, and he shot Michael Porter Jr., which didn't seem like he had a crazy game, but MPJ had 14, 9 rebounds, but he shot 67% from the field. 67%. So, again, it wasn't a great game. He only shot 33% from three-pointer, but okay. But again, between Gary Harris and Michael Porter Jr., if you're telling me you're getting 28 points a game, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then Paul Millsap played decent today. He was better on defense today. He had 19 points. Paul Millsap had 19 points. He was 3 of 4 from the 3-point line. If Paul Millsap can do what he did last year and hit 43% from the line, 40% from the line, we're good. Especially with his defense, with his defensive savvy, we're in there. Jamal Murray at 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he also shot. He didn't shoot great from the free throw line. That was the only thing about his game that I didn't really love tonight. But Jamal Murray was 4 of 6 from three-pointer. 4 of 6 from three-pointer. Said, hey, I'm out here too. Don't forget, the bubble ain't no fluke. Now, this is the thing. People keep telling me that Jamal Murray he didn't play well like the year before, like in the playoffs. Like, he only played well in the bubble, but people are forgetting that Jamal Murray, age 21 season, averaged 21 points a game in the playoffs. Like, he's a baller, and he's been showing you. He's just stepping into his own. He's growing. He's evolving. He's learning how to play this game. And you know what, man? Like, I like where the Nuggets are headed right now. Like, again, they started off 0-2. They should have beat the Kings. The Clippers they hit 50% of their threes. 19-38. Of course, they were going to win that game when you shoot that well. But today, the Nuggets showed up. They did what they had to do. They took care of business. And so here's the thing, man. Like, the NBA is going to have to continue to learn how to deal with Jokic. I don't believe there's any way to stop him, but Jokic is on a tear. He has never started the season off this well. And you know what? Here's my theory. Here's my theory. You're getting an exclusive theory right here. I want to say that maybe it's because we are so close to coming off the playoffs that Jokic, married man now, he's in shape. Jokic is also in a place where he's coming off of having to play 100% A-plus basketball every day just a couple of months ago. So Jokic is already in the state of mind where he shows up and he's having to perform. And again, Jokic isn't playing playoff levels. We know what playoff level Jokic is, but what he's doing now, he's just in a groove and he's not even trying. Like, if you don't have Joel Embiid or Anthony Davis, you're getting cooked without effort. Without effort. Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis are still going to get cooked, but you're not stopping him. And so again, double team him at your own peril. Double team him if you want. 18 assists, 15 in the first game, 10 last game. A center. A center. Is he leading the league in assists right now? I'll have to think so. I don't know who else is diming up the league like this right now. Say Jokic again tomorrow when we play the Kings. Say when we play the Kings, he's like, all right, you know what? Let me just put another triple-double together. He's unstoppable right now, y'all. That's all I can say. He's on MVP alert. The league is on MVP alert. Nikola Jokic is maybe leading the MVP race right now. In my estimation, I think he's top 2, top 3. So, anyway, we're going to move on from that. But he was amazing tonight. I want to bring up some game highlights. So there are some specific things that really stuck out to me that I wanted to highlight. So, again, Gary Harris, best game of the season so far, hit his first threes of the season. We need to continue to keep that going up. Christian Wood, I like Christian Wood's game. Christian Wood, man, I don't know why Detroit let him go. 3 years, $41 million a year for what you're getting out of him, which is he's long, he's lanky. He's not a switch player, but he can guard decently, but he can shoot. He started the first quarter off. I think he made 3 threes. And again, I don't expect that from him, but he can still do it. He has the ability to do it. He can get to the rack. He can dribble a little bit. He was doing some headzies and between the legs and crossovers and whatnot. I'm like, Detroit, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they just really want to Mason Plumlee. Maybe he would have gotten away with Blake Griffin and the way Blake Griffin plays. I'm not sure, but Christian Wood is a good player. I like him. He has a really, 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 really promising future if he stays healthy and continues to develop. Now, what I did like about the change today, here was the second unit. It was Will Barton, Monte Morris. It was Hartenstein, PJ Dozier, and Jamal Murray. I didn't mind that unit at all. Put Murray at the 2, put Morris on the ball, who played great today. Monte Morris has 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He only shot 1 of 3 from the three-point line, but hey, I don't care. And he got to the free throw line. He made his free throws. Monte Morris, again, best backup point guard in the league, bar none. Best assist to turnover ratio in the league, bar none. So I love everything about what Monte Morris did today. Again, of course, he had a 0. He had a big 0 on the turnover department today. Just did a great job. But you see, what I love about this lineup is it's not big, but everyone from Morris to Murray to Barton, ball handler, pass, shoot, could move. High IQ players. And so when you combine that and you put PJ Dozier in the game, who is a switchable defender, he made some mistakes tonight, like dribbling into traffic when he didn't need to, but he played well. PJ Dozier, a switchable defender. He plays hard. He knows how to guard. He can just defend 1 through 3 comfortably. If he's on a 4, it's not awful, but I don't want him there. But 1 through 3, I trust PJ Dozier. 6'6". All he has to do is get a consistent jumper and play smarter. And that dude, if it ain't with Denver, he's going to make some bread because he can play. But I didn't mind that lineup at all. And Facu, it was the 11th man tonight, basically. And the thing about Facu is we're still learning how to get Facu Campazzo involved in our system. And this is what I was concerned about going into the year. When Monte Morris is on the floor and Facu is on the floor, we don't need one of them being off ball. I mean, Monte can be off ball with Jamal Murray, but the reason that Monte's so good with Jamal Murray is a great off ball player. Remember, when he was at Kentucky, he played off ball a lot. That's why he put up 20.5 points a game, because he was just shooting lights out and he was cutting and dunking on people. But you put Monte Morris on the ball, and then so when he is in the game, Facu, when he's in the game, Monte Morris, it's not only it's a small on defense, but again, it's just a fit. It's just a fit on offense, because you're taking both of them out of their strength, which is distribution and facilitation. So I'm glad that they did that today. I'm interested to see how Facu will fit into the rest of the lineup throughout the year. MPJ played a good game. He frustrated Mike Malone back-to-back. He had fouls on James Harden three-pointers. And, again, it's just MPJ's young. He is trying his best. He's playing with effort. He's getting out. He's trying to contest. But James Harden is savvy. James Harden is a top 3 or 4 scorer in NBA history. So, I can't be completely mad at him. I've watched Draymond Green do it several times. I've watched the Blazers do it for playoff rounds for many times now. I've seen Klay Thompson. If James Harden, he gets you with that dribble, step back, and then he goes up, and then you trying to contest because you know the likelihood of him making it's very high, and so you get too close, he kicks his feet out, and he falls. But again, that's his game. I'm not mad at it. When James Harden gets to the basket, it's through the legs. He gets low, and then the way he brings the ball up, he doesn't bring the ball up high or above his waistline. James Harden brings the ball below his waistline to try to catch your arm on the way up, and he gets his fouls, and he made all his free throws tonight. I love James Harden's game. That's how he plays. That's why he is one of the greatest scorers of all time. But MPJ has to continue to learn, which he will. Patience, preaching patience. MPJ just gave you 14 points when he shot 66% from the field. I mean, oh, my bad. That's what he shot from the free throw line, so my fault. MPJ was 5 of 11 tonight. That's my bad. MPJ was 5 of 11. And also this note, Jamal Murray was 7 of 14 from the field, but he did not shoot well at all from the free throw line. But, so, again, sorry. MPJ was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Jamal Murray was 3 of 7. Yeah, I'll try to get that stuff for you next time we do a video. Make sure I do that a little better. But James Harden's good. Problem. Gary Harris, Hartenstein, I like his game, but he's just kind of clumsy to me. Like, he just plays clunky. He looks clunky out on the court, and he just was running into the ball, knocking the ball out of bounds. Like, he would just hit it, and it would just fly all over the place. It's just not super smooth, but I do like what he brings. He brings energy. He just needs to learn how to play with his hands up. Don't bring him down. Don't reach out when you're trying to trap a player. I mean, just stuff like that. But the team is finding itself. It's integrating its players. But I'm pretty sure we have our rotation down. Bol, I can't see him playing too much. Maybe even this year. Maybe at the end of the year. Hopefully if the Nuggets stay healthy, but, if they were to have some injuries in the front court, maybe, but he doesn't know how to play basketball yet, but he will get better. It's just going to take time. He's just coming along slowly. Being a newbie in the NBA is not easy. I mean, it just takes time. Unless you're thrown into a system where you're playing for the Timberwolves and you're starting every day, then you're going to be in a different place. I mean, then there is no structure. Just go play. Try to do your best, and we'll just figure it out. So Bol is just going to need some time. I like what the Nuggets did tonight. They hit their three-pointers. They played way better on three-pointers. I mean, and even honestly, their defense was a lot better tonight. Again, they ended up giving up 111 points, but also let's remember that the starters weren't in for basically from the end of the third quarter all the way through the fourth quarter. I mean, Jokic came in for half of the quarter, but then he went out right after. So they played better today. It wasn't the cleanest game in the world, but they took care of business. They only had 14 turnovers tonight. They shot 45% from three-pointer. I mean, we'll take that. I'll take that every single time. Again, the Rockets shot 41%, but again, a lot of that was toward the fourth quarter, towards the end of the game. But here's the thing, 56% on the free throw line. I don't remember the Nuggets playing that bad and shooting that bad from the free throw line. So they're definitely going to have to clean that up. So again, it was a good win. It's a way to get your used to winning. It's a way to get kind of that monkey off your back where, we're worried about losing and all this other stuff. So I'm glad that the Nuggets were able to do that. So again, I like what they're doing, and we just got to keep going. We got to keep moving. Again, I just want to end it with this point. Jokic is a problem. He's going to be a problem all year. I don't really know how the NBA plans on dealing with him, simply because of the fact that, what can you do about a center that's going to give you 18 assists and he's only going to shoot 11 times? Like, how do you stop him? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you stop him? So, again, you tell me. Leave in the comment section. Like, if you have ideas, you got some things you're thinking about, leave in the comment section. We play tomorrow night, so you will have another video tomorrow night when they play against the Kings in Sacramento. But please, subscribe to the channel. Again, my name, Cam Swiper. I'm going to be here all season. Let's continue to make this happen together. Denver Nuggets, let's go.